Live from the banks of the Ohio, we welcome you to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Today it's the finale of this 4-game set between the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds. Stay tuned for Reds baseball next. Claudio Silva comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Claudio Silva.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. A quick out number one. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, guys, everybody should be looking out for that guy in the number 3 spot. His on-base percentage is over 400 for the last 10 ball games. Done an excellent job of finding ways to contribute, getting on base, and setting up the guys behind him for run-scoring opportunities.
Hey, get ahead right
Hit
here.
out towards second. Throw gets him. 2 down. And with that, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, Anthony Rizzo is really the centerpiece for this Cubs ball club. Offensively, we know what he does. Defensively, he really holds this infield together. Very fluid over at first base, good soft hands, and has a good throwing arm as well.
And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. EK, one-year-old ball clubs. The Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
And it's been a back-and-forth series so far, but they have been able to take 2 of the first 3. So it's going to be up to that man on the mound to see if they can get out of here winning 3 of 4.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Darren James stands in as the batter now, and with the runner already in scoring position and 1 away, he likely won't be bunting here.
Yeah, there's not too much reason to give up an out just to move him over to third. No outs would be a whole different story, obviously.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Silva is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defense for the Ken Williamson will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night.
Williamson.
Nope,
Lays off 1-0. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Well, Ferg, as he's known amongst baseball people, really does call a good game back there. He might reward a pitcher for a good location every once in a while, but most of his calls, they seem to be spot on.
And a rather easy first out. Adam Valentin will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. Into the windup and the pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Zach Cozart will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. And he takes ball one. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Craig Crenshaw will get his first opportunity now. He's got to be feeling pretty good about things recently as you see his numbers over the course of the past 10 ball games. Hit the other way out toward right field. And Hayward will make the catch, and that ends the inning. One hit, one left. We played two. Welcome back to Cincinnati for Major League Baseball on the show from Great American Ballpark. Jack Austin will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, you kind of just take his batting average with a grain of salt because you know he's never been known as one of those good Major League hitters.
Now a ball hit fouled off to the right side, and that just about got the first base coach. The 0-1 on its way. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Out in front of that one. May have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Oh, just an excellent sequence on the mound that time, and we're going to run you right back through it right here on Show Track. Now you're going to notice as the dots come up, the trend, pretty evident. Everything's going to be down around the knees or lower. Now the more you can stay out of any guy's wheelhouse, the better off you're going to be, and it worked perfectly right here.
Stepping in now, Brett Anderson.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
As he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike one.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Hey, we got one here.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
And a minimum effort at bat that time as the pitch is taken for a strike three called, and he'll go back to focusing on pitching instead. 2 away now.
Here's a close-up of how he grips that knuckleball. You can see it's not really his knuckles that grip the ball, but rather his fingernails that really dig into the seams. And that's such a tough pitch to throw and even more difficult to master.
Into the box now, Claudio Silva. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Stewart will wait on it, and he will put it away to retire the side. Reds are down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. Darren James gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
All right, boy, all right, here we go.
First pitch coming, here it is. Line drive to center field,
turn,
and that's in there, base hit.
Turn.
Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. Jason Hayward will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
And this is down at the knees, but called a strike. Wow, it's 3-2 now.
And a good pitch there. It's a big front door curveball, and he had no way of opening up to it.
This is in the air to left. Austin on the move, and that's the third out. 2 hits in the inning leading off the inning, Jose Peraza, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Still 2-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Hayward has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Settling in now, Devin Mesoraco. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
This guy has been amazing. He's thrown a first pitch strike to around 80% of the batters he's faced. And we're in the middle innings now, so you know he's doing well.
Hey, all right, here we go now.
That's in there. And he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
He's just working east and west here. He'll be fine if he just stays out of the middle.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, he's had a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on, so it's a great idea to go ahead and bounce one there on 0-2.
Grounded straight into the shift on the left side. On to first, and there were 2 down.
First baseman number 22.
Ken Williamson stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Hey, 2 away now.
Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike one. Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
And now with the 0-2 count, he's got probably 5 different pitches he can throw here. So as a hitter, what are you going to do?
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Reds. Still down 3-0. Adam Valentin will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
The windup and the 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Stewart finds it. So not the start to the inning he was looking for as he got the strikeout, but the runner reaches anyway. Zach Cozart is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
And fellas, that's still their only hit in the game so far. They've been pretty well shut down.
In there at the knees, strike one. No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Gets a small piece near the plate. That's a foul ball.
Hey, we got no one here.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And with a runner on first, you better have a catcher that you can rely on if you're going to bounce a changeup on an 0-2 count. Luckily, he does.
Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. Ready on 1-2. And this is popped high in the air back behind short. Baez onto the grass, makes the play, one away. There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just one hit to this point.
One away.
He's set. Here it comes. Craig Crenshaw comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. And the run will score all the way from first. It's now a 4-1 game.
Well, he'd been doing a really good job of working corner to corner, but this is one of the first pitches we've seen that kind of found the middle of the plate, and it's going to cost him a run as this will wind up being an RBI double.
Into the seats, 0-1. 0-1 count and the pitch. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And that's taken in near the line as the runner tags from second. And he's up to third safely now with two gone in the inning. Jude Hernandez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 25, Jude Hernandez.
And that's in there for strike one.
He might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get one at-bat, it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
And a curveball's in there, so he's quickly behind 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Hey, fellas, hold him right here.
Throws him for strike three, and that retires the side. So one run on one hit, no errors, and a runner left. 5 innings complete. The Cubs. Darren James will get a shot now in an RBI spot, so a chance to help his own cause here.
And he's got a hit in the game already, so he can handle the bat at least a little bit.
Like you can, come on.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hat.
Left fly, let's go right here.
And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike two.
And now, with runners at the corners and 2 strikes, this is a spot where you've got to make something positive come out of this on the mound.
Hey, get your pitch up there. Let's go, baby.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Line towards center field. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Helping his own cause right there, and no need to wait for the RBI guys to drive him in. He says, you know what? I can be an RBI.
Jason Hayward will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
Cozart for one.
No, he's out.
And good hustle by the pitcher there on the back end as it's a 3-6-1 double play, and the side is retired. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Claudio Silva will stand in to lead things off as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
Jose Peraza will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. High in the air out to center field. After it is Myers.
Mine.
He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Devin Mesoraco will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ballgame.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Rizzo is in his tracks now, and that will retire the side. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. 7th inning comes. Ken Williamson will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run, that's it.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
This guy just continues to pound the strike zone. He's thrown a first pitch strike to 90% of the batters he's faced. Look how late we are into this ball game, and that's the difference for him.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And at least he's taken a few pitches here. You know, that's more than the rest of these guys can say.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the 2nd time this afternoon.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Standing in now, Adam Valentin. Chopped weakly to the left. Bryant is up with it in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, you could see he tried to hold back on the swing, but he'd already committed himself too far, and this becomes a waste of an at-bat and an easy ground out.
2 down here.
Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And you would think that this heat would start affecting him sooner or later, but it hasn't so far.
If anything, he's getting stronger as the day goes on.
Called strike 0-2. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell, guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all, and when he has, they've been out of the zone.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And the first baseman can't get there. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Cubs lead this one 5-1. Darren James gets an opportunity here for a 4th plate appearance this afternoon, and, well, he's really earned it.
Well, he definitely has, Matt. I mean, he's been on point today and really held him at bay.
Hey, let's go, big
Cole
fella.
Minter pauses. Here comes the first pitch. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
Get your pitch.
A little bouncer. But that one rolls foul. Nobody out, runner on first.
Hey, see this driving here?
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on.
Craig Crenshaw will stand in to start out their half of the eighth with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Hey, we got one.
Jack Austin will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Come on, guys.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Bases are empty, one man out. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
Well, you know, when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah. That thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Jason Rogers will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Jason Rogers.
And that misses inside 1-0. Line to the right side. And that's in there. So perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Oh, you better have to pay attention to this guy right now. He is heating it up. 7 straight games now with that hit.
Claudio Silva will stand in for the 4th time now. Still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Reds leave 1. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Jose Peraza will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Hey, come on now. Here we go.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Hey, no one down here.
And a good curveball there, but he wouldn't bite. It's 1-2.
I think he had him flinching on that one. That nearly came back to the inside corner.
Hit hard up the middle. And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
And this is really one of the few balls they've hit solidly all afternoon. So now we'll see if maybe they can get something going here.
In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. 1-0 pitch on the way. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hot shot on the ground to short. One there. On to Rizzo, and it's a double play.
Well, that's just made to order right there. 2 hops to short, easy pivot, not a lot of heat at second base. That's just a pretty routine double play.
Ken Williamson will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
And it's quickly 0-2.
Come on, guys.
Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a little tapper. Throw on to first to be in time to get him. And the Cubs have taken the finale here. They win the series 3-1 as the ball game is over.
Well, we talked about how they needed a good outing out of this guy, and he gave them that and even more, finishing off the complete game victory.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, just the one run allowed, but anytime you can give your bullpen a day off, it does nothing but help your club in the long run.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 8-1. So long from Cincy.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 8 runs on 12 hits.